Hello, everybody. It's Tanya from Dolly Day's Nursery. And it's been a while since I've done a video. I do apologize, but I've been working and coming home. But I wanted to make this video today because I know that it's hard with everybody having to self-isolate with this coronavirus right now that's going on in our world. So I thought that I would take a few moments here and change little Rosie, and her little outfit is going to hopefully remind you of some hope that we have. But yeah, it's difficult for everybody. And Newfoundland, being an island, I think we're probably the last to be getting hit. So currently we have 135 cases of COVID-19. Thankfully, I'm not, well, I can't say I'm not near them because I don't know who they are. They don't release names or geographical areas, but majority of them are in the eastern health region. But what is amazing is that out of 135, the last number we were given is 99 of those cases were connected to a funeral at a funeral home. How sad is that? Oh my gosh. That is so sad. Such a sad time bringing together so many people, and then someone who had attended that funeral, to my knowledge, later tested positive. They weren't showing any symptoms at the time, and there was no rules about having to self-isolate if you were coming into our province from another province within Canada. So it's just so sad. I can't imagine, how that person who initially tested positive, how they feel. And there's so many people on Facebook, laying the blame and saying, well, I hope they're happy now and all that stuff. But it's not about being happy. No one, or most people, we do hear of some really weird and strange happenings going on right now with stupid people licking things in grocery stores and licking toilet seats and all that stuff. But for the most part, people don't specifically say, woohoo, well, I'm positive, so I'm going out and I'm going to give as many people as I can this virus. People don't do that. Most people don't anyway. I know that there are some strange people, but most of them don't specifically do that. And this is not a death sentence. For the most part, most people who do get tested positive with the coronavirus do live it. They live through it. They recover. So, it's not like a death sentence. Of course, if you do have underlying medical issues, then it's going to be worse for that person. But on most cases, it's just mild symptoms, cold-like or flu-like symptoms. But either way, it's very stressful for so many people. Many people cannot work because their businesses they work for are not deemed to be essential businesses. So they end up having to shut down. All the schools shut down. Like our schools here in Newfoundland are shut down until September. So, it's difficult. I did see, and if you follow me on Facebook, you have seen my comment in regards to someone said, if you don't have any children, talk dirty to me. Tell me about your good times, being able to do what you want, when you want. Like, come off it. It's not good times for no one. My response to that was, I'm an essential worker. I have to leave my home, the safety of my home, and I drive almost an hour every day to and from my work to go to someone else's house to care for someone else's parent or husband or loved one or aunt or uncle or wife or whoever, and I don't get to stay in the safety of my home. So I have to do that every single day. And the same with my husband. He is an essential worker, and luckily we don't work in an institution where you have hundreds of people there to be cared for. So we work in private homes, like personal home. So I know that I'm going somewhere safe, that the people who I attend to, they're not out going around, their family is not coming to visit them during this time. So I know that, I'm safe there. But it's not good times. I'm having to leave my home to go look after someone else's loved one when I can't even go, 5 houses down the street to see my own parents. They mentioned about, being stuck in the house with their children. Well, you know what? My daughter is in heaven, and I cannot even spend any time with her, and I would do anything, move heaven and earth to be able to spend even 10 minutes with her. So don't give me all that complaining, because when it all comes down to it, you're not stuck home. You're safe at home. So, I did my little rant on Facebook about that. But it's, hard times for everybody. And I know everybody is not as content to be sitting home like I am. My husband is not, because he likes to be going about. He likes to, go to the city. He likes to go to movies. He likes to go to the stores and just walk around and browse. And, he likes to go to Tim Hortons and sit down and have his coffee or whatever when he's not working. And can't do that right now. So he likes to go to restaurants for, meals and stuff like that. And we can't do that right now. But he's not as content to be sitting home as I am. But I always have been that way. I don't need to be running around. So right now I'm almost being a little selfish and saying, woohoo, finally, you had to stay home. But I know that that's not fair either. But we're in this for a very long haul, and Newfoundland was one of the last places to be getting this virus. And it's sad that I know on Friday 75% of all cases were linked to that one person at the funeral home, and it's nasty. It just goes to show how fast and how easy that virus spreads. So people stay home. You know, like, it's not going to last forever. But, you know, if we stay home, the sooner everything can be done with, you know, like, we don't have, if we stay home, well, then we're not going to have to worry about, you know, 4 or 5 months down the road still having to stay home. But unfortunately, people are not listening. Um, you know, there's still people having their shed parties and going shopping just because something is open and, you know, it's somewhere to go. That's not the reason why we're supposed to be going shopping. We're supposed to be going shopping because if we're running out of milk or bread or eggs or our prescriptions, then we're allowed to go shopping. But it's not to go hang out just because you're bored. So I hope you're all finding things to do. I know there's a lot of people on social media who are, you know, doing concerts and a lot of ministerial people who are sharing um, words of encouragement from the Bible. Um, my mother is on me wanting me to do some new videos um, of singing, and I really really not up to that right now, but I do have a number of videos that were recorded. I think it's about 6 years ago now, and so I've started to share some of those, and there's not a whole lot of them, so maybe I'll just do one a day or every couple of days or something. And the other thing is too that, you know, I don't play guitar or piano or anything, so the music I do use, um, you know, it's copywritten music, so I can't. I I guess as long as it's not being put up to be sold or anything like that. But you know, why take any chances? But I do want to encourage you all because, you know, thank goodness we have this reborn community where we can put our videos on and we can go watch each other's videos, and some people do go live and, you know, invite the community in, and although we're not uh, hearing each other's voices, we're seeing each other's comments, and, you know, there's communication in that as well. So, you know, I hope you can all find that bit of encouragement. But I put this little outfit on Rosie today because here in Newfoundland, and I don't know about anywhere else, but in Newfoundland, um, a lot of people are putting rainbows in their windows, um, reminding people to keep having hope. Um, you know, there's better days ahead. And so I thought about this little outfit with the rainbows and the clouds. That, you know, we need to stay hopeful. And I know for anybody with anxiety and PTSD, and I'm one of them, so I know how hard it is um, in these days when you're watching the news. Only um, I limit myself to watching the updates from the Premier of Newfoundland, the Prime Minister of Canada, and the health officials, which comes on 2:30 every single day, and I watch that, and then that's it. I hear their update, and I don't go looking for more information because it can just bring you down so much. So, you know, and I'm seeing everything I see on Facebook or anywhere that I think is helpful to parents with children, or even even adults can try the little experiments or the little crafts or whatever. But I keep posting them so that they will hopefully, you know, see them, and some people may want to do them. The other thing people are doing here is the teddy bear hunt. So I do have a teddy bear in the window of the nursery here, and people sometimes go out for drives with their children and see what teddy bears they can find going around the community. So that just gives them a little something to do. But yeah, this is a big one. It's a pandemic, and we're not used to it. I've been making masks. So I've sent masks to a number of places in Canada. But, you know, we're not supposed to be around anyway, so it really, you know, it's just more of a precaution. Like, people like to feel the sense of security knowing that they have them. I don't go anywhere. I go to work and I come home. If we need anything at all, my husband will go to the pharmacy, or, you know, we limit very closely where we go. Our community, there's only about 600 people maybe. So our stores that are here are very well prepared and safeguarded. So there's minimal contact, if any at all. There's, you know, floor markings for everybody to stay behind. If there's a shopper in front of you, you have to stay behind the next line, and all that. There's only a certain amount of people. Some places only have 5 customers at a time in the store. So it's, you know, they're being very vigilant, I would say, in making sure that social distancing is possible to keep in the forefront. So, you know, as long as we do our part. But, you know, those trips out are only if it's necessary. It's not. We've only gone for groceries once since 2 weeks ago. So, you know, when our payday came, we went for groceries. Payday came again, we went for groceries. You know, and so we just have to make sure that you limit as much as possible how much you go out around other people. So, that's about all we can do, isn't it? We just need to look out for ourselves. And if we pretend, you know, that everybody else has the virus, then we'll keep ourselves safe. So, you know, we just don't know where it is anyway. They don't release names. So, this way, you know, you have to just visualize that even your next door neighbor has it, so you don't put yourself in harm's way. So, anyway, this is little Rosie. You know, she's such a sleepyhead. She never wakes up for you guys. But that's her little outfit, the little rainbows, and it's a great reminder that, you know, there is peace in the midst of the storm. And this is a big storm. I've been working on Avatar. So, I rooted the hair and felt like there wasn't quite enough. So I did more because I only had, she's got a woolly from the blanket now in her hair. I rooted that much more, which looks more on the camera, but it's just a little bit. So this side is done now. I just have to do the other side. And as you can see, there's a lot of hair. So I'm hoping to have that finished tonight. And those gorgeous eyes. These are the eyes that I had custom made for her. Aren't they awesome? They are awesome. They're not glass. They're not acrylic. They're resin. So I just got to finish this side here. And then hopefully, I'm planning on braiding. Doing a braid right down the back and having the braid hang down. So the hair is quite long, as you can see. Comes right down past the flange. So this is mohair. I really wish that I had human hair. I did buy some really cheap stuff, but I didn't want to take any chance on it breaking and all that. So I figured I would go with good old faithful Silk-a-Fix hair. So there you are. And I have to say, I'm so excited, and I have to find a way to be able to videotape this because these white dots all glow in the dark. It is awesome. Every once in a while I take it out to my spare bedroom and I have dark curtains up there. So when I close the door and turn the light off, it's pretty near black in there and it all glows. It's so awesome. So she's getting close to being completed. It's just that bit of hair. I'll have to do her eyelashes. And then once the glue dries, it'll just be put her onto her body because her limbs are already on there. Look at that. Look how much hair. That is so totally awesome. So there she is, little avatar baby. We could give Rosie back her pacifier. There we go. So I just want to check in to make sure, let everybody know that I'm doing okay, and let you know that I'm praying for you all as well. Make sure that you take breaks from listening to all that negativity in the news and find some positive things to be doing. And I know if you can't spend time with your family, just be thankful that they're safe. And, you know, in time, this will pass and we'll be able to get back to our family gatherings. It's Sunday, so we would normally be at my parents' for Sunday dinner with them. And, you know, this is just so different. Last Sunday, you know, I could eat dinner with them, and this Sunday we can't. So it's a hard time for everybody, and the adjustments of being able to see people and not being able to see people is probably the toughest. So take care, everybody. I did not do the draw yet for the giveaway in memory of Abigail because we did have an interruption with our mail. And I had people send me a message saying that they did send an entry and I had not received it. So I figure, you know, I'll wait until Monday or Tuesday. Well, maybe I can just wait until Wednesday and still be Win It Wednesday. And that way, you know, I'd feel bad if I'd done the draw and the next day I go to the post office and their entry is there. So I'll do that draw on Wednesday. And yeah, so anyway, take care, everybody. I hope you have a great Sunday. Bye. Stay safe.